What's up, everybody? It's your boy, and we're chasing sunsets with Stephen J. Where am I? I am actually officially on the Lake Apopka Wildlife Drive right now. It is 3 o'clock. They just closed the gate. There's a car around there. Just tried to get in. Let's see if I can. I think the gate is broke because some dude just, this dude just closed it by hand, and normally it's on a timer. So this is where I was supposed to come yesterday evening to take a sunset. Right now it's 3 o'clock, so obviously we are about 4 hours and 45 minutes away from an actual sunset. But I wanted to give you guys a chance to see why I would actually come out here to bike or walk. I don't think I've walked. I've walked out here, walked past gators and stuff like that. It's crazy, but I mean, that's what they do Monday through Thursday. The gators are literally out here sitting on the road. It's very few and far between you'll find them like this close to the entrance, but I didn't think I would find a bobcat this close to the entrance, although there have been bobcats at this entrance. Matter of fact, there was about 3 of them about 5 years ago hanging out by the entrance. It was one that got scared up into a tree up here, and of course the one that I saw the other day. So you can come out here and actually get some really cool landscape shots. Let me turn the air on and get some air. You can really get some really cool landscape shots out here, especially on days when the lake is calm, there's no wind, and you just gotta and when you have a lot of clouds like this, man, it's amazing. But even more amazing than that is the sunsets, and probably if you can catch a good storm coming on the coming over this whole area, this marsh. Oh man, it's hot. It's hot. I've been at the pump house, which you guys will see in a minute when I get up there, where the storm has come through, and I actually got it at an angle where it looks like it was a funnel cloud coming down to suck up the pump house. So that's one side of the Papka Wildlife Drive. See that big old tree back there? I would love to catch that in the sunset. Actually, all those trees over there. I actually rode my bike thinking that there was an opening to catch the sunset over there, but there is not a place to see the sunset over there. So that was actually disappointing. So I'm going to pause it for right now, and if I see something pretty cool, I'll come back. But I'll show you something that's not cool, and I think it looks like a balloon. This is I know a lot of people that come out here on the drive. They are very conservative when it comes to wildlife, and not being active in wildlife lives or something like that, and just basically capture them on where they're at. So right there you see a balloon that I guess somebody released, and it floated here. That's not good, because the strings from the balloon can wrap around a bird's neck or a beak, and I say that's because when it happened, there was an ahinga about maybe, I guess, 4 years ago, and at Magnolia Park, and someone noticed something around his beak, and what was it? It was, sure enough, was a string. Like, it looked like a balloon string. Like he got tangled in it, or he thought it was a snake or a worm or something like that, and he got tangled around in it. And Lynn Marie, my friend, the one that showed me a lot when it comes to camera work, what to look for landscape wise and all that stuff, she jumped into the water, went over there, gator infested waters, y'all, and she got the ahinga, and her and the ranger held the ahinga down while she cut the rope from around his beak and freed it. So we've seen like people throw not cans, but bottles, plastic bottles, and gators chomping on it and stuff like that. So I mean, I didn't care about that stuff until I actually came to Florida to actually see it in its natural beauty like that, because I'm from Delaware, been down in Florida for 10 years. There is no place in Delaware where you'll find clean water, crystal clear water. Not at our beaches, not at our rivers, not at our lakes, not in our ponds. There's no place in Delaware where you can find a crystal clear lake, pond, river, or ocean in Delaware. I'm sorry, it just doesn't exist. It wasn't until I moved to Florida, and first place we went to as park-wise is Kiva Springs. And oh my God, the water, it looks like bath water. You can see right down. I mean, you saw algae and stuff like that, but you can see down, and the water is so clear. And you saw the fish, you saw gators, and it was just incredible. Never seen anything like that. First beach I went to down here was Clearwater Beach, and I was like, oh my God, I could see my feet, and I actually could see fish swimming. I got stung by a stingray. Not a sting. Was it a stingray? I don't know. I think I stepped on a stingray by accident, but I didn't see it. My son saw it because he was like, Dad, there's something moving around, and I'm thinking fish. And sure enough, I now know about the Stingray Shuffle. You shuffle your feet so the stingray will move away. If you don't and you step on it, they will sting you. And I tell you not, I kid you not, it hurts like a mug. I stepped on one, it stung me right above my ankle. I thought I got bit because I didn't see it. I grabbed my son and I threw him to shore because I'm thinking, oh, a shark is biting me. Let me save my son. Oh, I love you. Remember me what I did, son. And I threw him to shore. I literally threw him to shore. And he runs, Dad got bit by something. Dad got bit by something. My wife was like, oh my God, what's wrong? And she saw the blood coming down my leg and everything. And I was like, I don't know. So I was like, it stings a little bit. And probably like 15 minutes later, it started getting hot. It started getting hot. And I was like, I think I need to go to the hospital. I said, for some reason, it's whatever it is, it's really getting hot. And got to the doctor's office, got to the hospital. And the doctor, he took my foot and he put it in a bucket of hot water. And I'm like, what'd you do that for? And he was like, that sucks out like the poison. He was like, you don't know about the Stingray Shuffle? That's who told me about it. He's like, you gotta shuffle your feet when you go in the water. And I was like, oh, okay. And he put my foot in hot water and he was like, this pretty much pulls out the poison that you got stung with. And he gave me a tetanus shot and he was like, look where you step the next time. And I'm like, man, I paid $50 for this. You could have told me this, doc, like, yo, let me give you a good tip or whatever, something like that. But if I see something interesting on my drive, I will unpause the camera to show you guys. But if you guys can see, how about you turn the camera? Again, it's a landscaper's dream to take pictures and stuff like that. Normally up in this area, we call this the U because it wraps around and then it continues on. But normally there's a big gator that hangs out around here. I call him Hugo because he is ginormous, but I don't see him. If I see him, I will show you. So over in this area, like here, we're on the U right now, but I rode my bike all the way down here. That actually connects to the loop trail, the Lakeside Loop trail. If you go all the way to the end and you pass, like, see how wide this road is? It's not very wide. And when you get farther enough back, there's water on both sides. There's like a pumping station at the end of this road, but if you go past the pumping station, there's like water on both sides. I rode my bike back here, and oh my God, it sounded like lions, tigers, and bears. And I guess it was mating season for the gators, and I never heard anything like that before. I rolled back through there just to record it, and they wouldn't do it. So, but it was pretty cool. A lot of people come up here to find painted buntings. Awesome bird to see. So let me see if Hugo's around. So no Hugo. I'm at the area they call the U on the Wildlife Drive. Hugo normally hangs out right about over there. Funny, you would think, like, since gators like warm places, like they would be right here. But you never ever, I've never seen gators hanging out on the ledge or anything like that. You think they would, seeing as though it's warm and it's dry. But no, they don't. But Hugo's not here. But there is a gator's nest up ahead. And then hopefully we'll be cool enough to see the hatchlings. Real quick, I just wanted to say, like, what can you see on the Wildlife Drive? other than sunsets? Well, we have in the air, we have a boatload of birds. So my favorite is the bald eagle, of course. It's rare to see it, but you do see them out here. Second favorite is the painted bunting. Got a lot of herring, a lot of egrets out here. There's a great blue heron out here called crooked neck because his neck is literally crooked. It's not like any of the other birds. Oh, this is the gator's nest that I was telling you guys about. See if the grass is too high, but if you can see the mound right there, that's the gator's nest. See if I can get the mother to come. And there she go. Y'all see that? She's very protective of her young. And I will get a shot of that. But she don't play. She does not play. So we'll leave her alone. And they close this pullover area because they don't want people to do stupider stuff. I'll say that. Because you do have people out here that do stupid stuff. But for the most part, you know, we got bobcats, as you guys saw. They're out here. Coyotes have been seen out here, as well as bears have been seen out here, as far as predators wise. So bobcats, bears, coyotes have been out here, have been seen out here. I'm trying to think else. Of course, you got alligators are everywhere, all over the drive. So this road right here is normally very Monday through Thursday. You can have one day I biked out here and it was about 15 to 20 gators that I rode past, just out sitting on the road sunning. I'm gonna see if I can find the picture so I can post it in this video. But I mean, they don't do anything. They don't, as long as you don't bother them, they won't bother you. So yeah, I'm crazy enough. My mother doesn't like that. But when I was talking about landscape shots, this right here is a beautiful shot. I would put this on the canvas, metal print, just to get that up in the wall. I think it's just a beautiful shot. Notice how I got the little bit of green, but pretty much my focal point is the blue skies with the clouds and the water reflecting the blue skies. So I think that's a pretty good landscape shot. So we're pulling up to the pump house area right now. It's where a lot of people can park at. I tried to avoid it because anytime we get first-time visitors, they always stop up here because you can walk up to the top of the berm there and check out the lake, and it is a beautiful lake. Landscape shots sometimes during sunset. If the sky lights up right, this is a hot shot. Well, that bird says no, it's not. Y'all heard him, but I think so. So the drive is about 11 miles long. It divides in two sections. So this section right here, you can either keep straight or you can hang a left here, which is what I'm going to do to give you guys a look. That's where we came from down there. Check out the water reflection, which is pretty cool. I don't see any storms popping off right now. So a lot of times if I'm home and I hear thunder or whatever and it's within enough time, I will jump in a car to get out here to see if I can catch the storm cloud coming in. So there's the pump house, as you guys can see. I mean, there's a lot to shoot up here, landscape wise. There is a lot. I've shot a lot of sunsets up here. Disappointed. Oh, I actually even tried to get a rocket launch from here, and that's when I found out the stupid sensor on my camera was acting up when I was trying to shoot the rocket, and it just would not focus on the rocket whatsoever, no matter what I did, which is what alerted me to that there's something going wrong. So we're gonna go around the pump house and see. Like here, this is a really good landscape shot. You got the clouds and the pump house on that smooth water right now. So I mean, there's definitely a lot of places that you can shoot up here to get some really neat shots. So now we're on the Lakeside Loop trail. Water on both sides, guys, so you definitely got to be careful, but I bike up here simply for the landscape shots and a good sunset. Matter of fact, I'll show you the two trees I call the two pillars, because if you go down to the other side where the road splits at, you can get the sun between these two trees, which is pretty hot. But at certain points you get this good reflection in the evening, and what's a bonus is if you get the flock of white ibis flying through the sunset. Oh, that's just perfect when that happens. And let me show you guys something. Sometimes you can get this shot here. See that dragonfly? He holds still long enough, you can actually get him in the sunset, which I've gotten. I think my first video has it as the cover shot. And now you won't really see any gators up here sunning or anything like that, although I've walked this path and there's been gators down on the rocks sunning, and one big one that every time I tried to walk, he'd lift up his head to look at me to see what I was doing. So, but never on the road. I've never seen any on the road. Crossing the road? Yes. Definitely crossing the road. I've seen them crossing the road, but never sunning on the road. Here's the two trees. If you, I love this shot. It's a really neat shot. And if you go down here on the road, you can get, at the right time of season, you can get the sun setting between these two trees, which is an awesome shot. I call it Africa because it reminds me of Africa, even though I've never been to Africa, but I've seen shots from Africa that remind me of it. So I just thought of a question somebody would ask me. This right here is a good shot too. When this grass right here isn't as high, it makes for a good shot. You catch the sun, and a lot of the hingas or the cormorants hang out in this tree in the evening time. But do I follow the rules of thirds or the golden ratio? The answer is no. Most of the time I do not. And to be honest with you, let me just flip the camera around. I just found out about the rule of thirds and the golden ratio. Don Browning, he's an awesome man, awesome photographer, told me about the rule of thirds and the golden ratio. Matter of fact, I was at an art show and he was basically critiquing my work, which I don't mind. I actually like it, and I welcome it. And he was showing me how I was already shooting and doing the golden ratio and the rule of thirds. But you know what? I tell people, shoot what you like. And when you shoot what you like and you see something similar or whatever, something like that, or maybe you see something better, you can take something from that and adapt it to what you do. Because if everybody's following the same thing, then you'll never find anything unique. You'll never ever find anything different. And that's the thing with me. A lady asked me the other day, it was like, you don't shoot with a tripod? I'm like, no, I can't. I don't think I have the patience for it. I just can't stand in one position, shooting the same shot like 15 times or every 5 minutes to get a different. No, I need to see a different angle. I need to see a different side. I need to see something different. And again, if I want long exposure night astrophotography, I'm bringing my tripod for that. But for most sunsets, I don't bring a tripod with me at all. If I plan on shooting like a long exposure shot, I will bring it, but for the most part I don't, because it's just a lot of work to set up and break it down or whatever. My boy Ben, he has a monopod, which he finds that it's more easy for him to shoot it that way. I don't, but I don't knock anybody that does. It's just, I don't think it's for me right now. For what I do, I think I get pretty good shots without a tripod. And again, like I said, I can shoot this shot. and flip the camera around. Come on, man. This shot right here, it's a decent shot. How you got the reflection of the clouds and you got that opening right here. I think that's a good, decent shot. But I can't stand there for 10, 15 minutes taking the same shot with a tripod. I need to like move around to see, am I going to see like some different angles or whatever? Like, see how it's changing? That's a different angle. I would actually take that shot, because most likely if the sun is setting, which would be over that way right now, it's going to give you a different view and it's going to give you a different light. So, I mean, do you be unique in what you like? And I guarantee you, like this shot right here, I think this shot is a hot landscape shot right here. I can see that on somebody's wall. This brush right here kind of sucks. It gets in the picture away, but to get that shot right there, and again, it's about the angles for me. It's about the angles, and it's about being different. I mean, everybody's doing the third rule. We'll have the same shots. There's always got to be that Einstein. There's always got to be that Leonardo da Vinci. There's always got to be somebody that has to be unique and show someone, hey, there's a different way. Not a better way, but just simply a different way. So I've biked all the way out here, guys, if you want to know, and to get some shots. And that cloud right there is hot, especially with the reflection. But do you, and you know, you can always add to your repertoire. You can always add what you learn to what you already do. So there's nothing wrong with it. So continue to do what you do. So hopefully that helps somebody who's just getting into photography. About a month ago, down that road right there is where I saw the last bobcat I saw, other than from the one the other day. This is gonna merge us back into the main road that split off from the Lakeside Loop trail that we just left. And we'll go down probably about another mile where the road will split again, where you can either continue straight or you could go left. I prefer to go straight only because of the landscape possibilities of seeing something pretty cool. Even this right here is a decent shot. You got the road right there, not quite in the middle, but the clouds, what's on the side. I mean, if you actually look at this shot, I mean, it draws you in. I want to be on this road, and it draws you into, I want to be on this road. I want to look at those clouds, and man, the green grass, the tall grass on the sides, there's pretty good. Reminds me of Ajay from Jurassic Park when he was like, "Don't go into the long grass. Don't go into the long," and trust me, you don't want to go into the long grass here. You got snakes as big as my leg in here, and you got gators everywhere. So you don't want to go into the long grass in Jurassic World. That's what it was. So we got a storm coming in right here, and right there is an excellent shot, an excellent picture to get to shoot that. That is hot right there. This is why I come out here when there's a storm coming, because you'll see cool shots like that. So we'll see when I get up to this road. Around February, this whole field is gonna be turned into like a gold mine. There's these flowers called burr marigolds that around February, March is gonna be, everything you see green is gonna be golden yellow. And a lot of people come here, will be pulled over on the side of the roads here just to get that shot. Pretty much they'll all be focused on your left side. Never hardly anything on your right. So look at that storm right there. It's kind of like building up, getting angry. So if you're in this area, come around that time if you want to see some. There's another place in Sanford where you can see some golden, I think burr marigolds or sunflowers or something like that that you can actually catch. So here's the part on the drive where I told you guys something just splashed big over there. Where the road, you have the opportunity to either go straight or turn left. If you're into landscape photography, you want to keep straight. It's just a better view as far as landscape wise. If you hang left, this is where you go that way. Let this dude pass. So you got pretty decent shots. where you can get out, park, walk down that road. I've pretty much biked a lot of places over here. I've been out here this far, and there's a place to sit, a place to use the restroom and that. But I've biked over here, and the grasses can be so high to the point where you don't even see the gators sitting there. You only see them when you're looking and you're just passing. That storm is growing. If you guys remember, it's darker now than it was about 20 minutes ago. So again, you come out here for shots like that, and there's a sod field at the end of the wildlife drive that, oh man, if you can catch some shove clouds coming over the field, hot shot for landscape shots. But when this drive first opened, all of this right here was straight water. It was just nothing but water. Since the drive's been open, and I have to look, I'm gonna say maybe the drive's been open about 8 years now. It has all this has grown in, so you don't really see this little lake within a lake. Because at one point when the drive closed at sunset, I would always get down to this point because you got some pretty cool shots over the lake here. So if I can get a look at it, if it's open, I highly doubt it, but we'll see. Here's the lake part that I was telling you guys about, but all that was just open, and that kind of reminds me of Horseshoe Bend, the Grand Canyon a little bit. But over there is the Papka Airport. That's where I was the other day, and I came looking for a sunset, but found nothing. But all that was nothing over there, but now they're just building warehouses and stuff. But it may make for a good view of a sunset if they don't put a gate up to lock people out. So we're on next to the last strip for the drive. Again, water on both sides. A lot of times you can get some really cool reflection shots on the right side as well as on the left side. I think probably around March is where you have hundreds of ducks and coots that are hanging around in this water with the gallinules, and I mean millions of them just hanging out, which makes a good shot. I don't really shoot birds other than the bald eagle and the painted bunting. If I can catch a bird in my sunset shot, oh man, that's a plus for me. I've gotten bald eagles, a silhouette of bald eagles at Newton Park. I've gotten the grackles or the fish crows in my shots here on the wildlife drive. It's hard to catch the ospreys, and there are plenty of them around here because they pretty much hang up on top of the poles and stuff like that, eating fish or whatever. I mean, I don't want to shoot that, but if I can get a bird doing something pretty cool in my shot, I'm going to take that shot because it just adds to it. So I never say never to something that will enhance my shot. So I do shoot birds if they're in my sunset shot or landscape shot. So this is the sod field I was telling you guys about. If you ever get a storm coming in, sometimes with those I guess water pump things, it makes a pretty decent shot, especially if it's a shelf cloud. This is the last leg of the drive right here, 11 miles. We have a lot of cars. That's what you see, guys, right there is not bad at all. It's not bad at all. But this is the last leg. I call this area Funky Town because you have a lot of you got the sod field over to the right, and past the sod field you have a lot of mushroom farms, and it at a certain breeze, oh my god, it's funky down here. That's why I call it Funky Town, because it stinks. If you take this bridge across, there's like a little pond over there. Got some huge Florida gar in there. And this last stretch of the drive here, you can see some bald eagles if they're hanging out in the trees here, as well as if you look hard enough, you may find some great horned owls or barn owls hanging out in the Looks like we got two systems going right here, storm-wise. See if we can get it over to the right and over to the left, which is pretty good. See if I can get a good view of it. There's a view of the storm right there. One over to the right. We got another one over to the left there. So you got some good shots, landscape shots, that's for sure. So this is the other shot of the sod field. And if you can get the storms coming in, it makes for a pretty good landscape. Right now the storm is still to the east, heading west. So, but I've gotten pretty good storm shots coming across that. And every now and once and then you may find a gator out there sunning on the grass, which is zoysia grass, by the way. So we are at the end of 11 miles on the Wildlife Drive, which takes you to Jones Avenue, where if you go right, it takes you back to Apopka, Zellwood. If you go left, it takes you to, I forgot what that town is called, Astatula. If you go left. But there's a lot more fields down there, and there's a bald eagle's nest right in that tree right there. I don't see him in there, so. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. That right there is a osprey nest. But please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it if you guys like and subscribe. Tell people about this channel. Follow me on my adventures for chasing sunsets, capturing landscapes, and stargazing. So I appreciate it. Probably within the next couple weeks, I'm actually going to be in New York City. I'm kind of excited about it. I got a chance to go up there in June, so I'm excited to go back. I scope Instagram out to see like how far the sun has moved and where it's like. I want to go back to Dumbo, but I also want to see if I can get the sunset with the Statue of Liberty. That's going to be hot. So again, please like and subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. So I will see you on my next chase. Peace out. Have a blessed day. Talk to you later. Peace.